There's a famous triangle. Now, I haven't included that triangle here, but it is worth actually drawing out for you guys. I hope you all can see the screen. So this triangle is, there are a couple of levels to it. It's about the retention rate of what you learn. Right? It's about the retention rate. Actually, the lowest retention, around 5 to 10%, guess what it comes from? It actually comes from lectures. The lowest retention, 5 to 10%, this is on average. Then up to around 20% of retention can come from extra reading. So you go and read your textbook, maybe the first time. You go and read your notes. So you retain up to around 20%. Then you could say around 35%. Now the way percentages vary, of course. There are standard percentages. I'm just giving this on average. You go and look at some videos, right? Some supplementary materials. Maybe you go and watch some demonstrations. Some demonstrations. So it could be 35 to even 45%. You go and watch some demonstrations of those practicals. So the percentage you recall, at least close to half of what you see, you recall. Right? So then it comes to training. Training. Training means you actually go and do the practical or something that you should. Now, let's say in bio, there are fieldwork experiments. Very few schools actually go out there and do a fieldwork experiment. Now, you'd have heard of the quadrant. Even in all IGCSE papers, you do this quadrant, right? You want to measure the population density across a particular area. So what you do, you take a tape, not a tape, a string, and you roll it out across this path that you are measuring, and then you keep the quadrants, which are these square pieces, at regular intervals. And then you measure how many organisms, what type of organisms are in those quadrants at those regular intervals. I mean, it's a very simple practice. You could do it at home. But if you do it, you actually remember and you understand what are the practical implications of this, what are the issues you face. Now, you do that. You could do that like this in two ways. You could do that to measure the population. Now, those who are not doing bio, just please bear with me, right? I'm just using this as an example for everybody. So you can use it to measure the population density. You can get the average population density across a particular area. Say there's a bit of grass, a grassy area. You can place a couple of quadrants, get the average. Or you could run the tape in a straight line across a grassy area. Let's say there's a beach next to it, so there's sand. So you could run it across the beach also. So 5 quadrants in the grass area, 5 in the beach area. And you can see how the species and the species numbers vary across the 2 different environments. Very simple experiment. I mean, if you live in Colombo or Negombo or wherever you're in the coastal area, you could do this. You don't need a coastal area. Just even in your backyard, you could do this. Right? But now the percentage that you recall could be as much as 60 to 70%. So the percentage here is 60 to 70%. Just by training, guys. Just by doing that. So you could say training or even a practical. You're actually going to do it. Now, the earlier demonstration is about observing. You're going to watch somebody do it. Let's say you're going to watch a video. Practical is actually you're going to do it. So you will retain at least 70% of what you do. Final. Any guesses on what the final one is? So this forum is open, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Any feedback, anything, any specific queries that you had, any doubts that you had, please, right, feel free to share it. You can use the chat. You can turn on your audio. Right? You can interrupt me if you want, because this is about giving you guys what you all want. So any ideas what the last one is? Don't go and Google. Just think what has worked best for you. Is there something better than actually doing the practical? Let me check the chat. Anybody willing to take up the challenge? What's the last one? There is a comment, right? Past papers. Yes. Atif, thank you for the 10 past papers. Past papers, you could say it's more like a practical, right? More you're like repeating and you're doing it, right? No. You could retain maybe 70% from the past papers. Anybody else? But that's a good guess. So past paper, it's actually quite effective. That's when everybody is doing past papers. If you're doing past papers, at least aim to do. Now we are currently in 2025. At least minimum, you all should be doing 2015 to 2025 papers. Now you all have minimum 4 days. You can pick the entire paper if you want, or if you have a specific topic that is difficult, get the papers 2015 to 2025. There are plenty of resources. I have listed them in my presentation. We'll share the presentation and in the chat before the session ends, right? So guys, make sure to stay until the end. You can get the presentation PowerPoint. The resources are included. And I'll be saying this, you can take some notes down. Do these things, right? 70% minimum guarantee, right? According to this chart. No other guesses? Actually, it is teaching. If you teach somebody else, that's what the research shows. Now, this might not be for everybody, but on average, if you teach, you can, they say, retain up to 90% of the material if you're regularly teaching. Now, teaching me, you don't need to be a teacher at academy or school. Teaching your friends. You know, some people, they go and teach the dog, the tree. I have a friend. She got through her O-levels on her own. She was literally talking to the tree in the garden, the walls, asking questions and punishing them as well, right? So people use also, if their imagination is so vivid, they could do that. I wouldn't advise you to do that. Some neighbor sees and says, that person's kid is crazy or something. Okay, you can do it in your home. You can talk to the mirror. Or I would say get a couple of your friends, have a WhatsApp chat, and just have a discussion. Discuss a paper or revise a particular question. Right now, you all don't even need to meet physically. You can retain up to 90%. 90% times. So, but you have to do it a couple of times. Right now, you can Google this. This is a very famous chart. This is the established research on memory retention. What are the best techniques for memory retention?